What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. We're back with another episode for you guys. Give you some updates on some news, on some stuff that we watch, give you our reviews on a few movies that we watch, and also talk a bit about some real world issues. As usual, guys, check the description. If you want to skip straight to the Geek Out talk, you have the opportunity to go to the description and skip straight to the Geek Out talk. You know, to hear about what's going on in our lives or what's our thoughts on real world issues and stuff. So you have the option. Also, the timestamps there, you can check, go to any part of the show. You can go to retro movie news, you can go to news. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind. Timestamps always there. You have flexibility. But as you can see, we are side by side. It's not holograms. No. Home. I arrived yesterday, just chilling with the family. It's Eid tomorrow. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to everybody. Yeah,
actually, that's the wrong thing.
I did this X. We tied. That's right. We tied the news.
Sometimes I do shit. I'm like, I love what I do that for. But last time,
so random.
I was in traffic or something. Some guy didn't let me pass, and I was like, "Brother, this is haram, man. I'm not pointing to this dude, man." But obviously, I wasn't.
We actually had some.
I'm kind of communicating, saying, "Please let me go," but that obviously means some kind of prayer too.
Yeah. It comes off wrong. There was a guy who came out of the roundabout yesterday as we were going home yesterday night. A guy, and he was with his friend. Rude boys, and they blurted, bro. Like literally, the way they came out, they could have hit us.
Okay,
we're finished. Yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm trying to not get agitated and get angry anymore. I think that's the one thing about being on road, and in the UK as well. It's rubbish, and I just left it. But he wanted to start some beef because I warned him. So I was like, "Oh man, it's danger, man."
Yeah. Okay.
And then he slowed, we came up to 2 lanes roundabout, then he slowed down, and then him and his boy was looking at me like angry, the screw face, like wagwan, and I just smiled at them. Yeah. I gave him the Joker smile, a proper grin.
Yeah.
And then they slowed down completely.
It's sometimes, man, it's tough. I was talking to Ash about this yesterday. It's not easy.
Not easy.
It's not easy to not say anything or not like when someone does something come up on the road. It's so hard to let that go. But yeah, if you could smile and whatnot. In Dubai, I struggle so much, but I try. Sometimes I recite while I'm driving, bro.
You have to.
Because the first word that comes out of my mouth is
yeah.
So if I recite, hopefully that word don't come out of my mouth, because you don't want to recite and then say that stupid word.
Yeah, exactly.
But boy, it's not easy. I get it, man. But yeah. Anyway, Eid Mubarak, man.
Eid Mubarak, guys. Eid Mubarak, guys. Without no hand gestures. Hope you guys are good. G-Man's here, so we're gonna have a month of live episodes. He's gonna go to a couple of screenings. He's gonna watch a couple of films.
My guy. I'm not gonna badmouth anything, but my guy's trying to set me up to go to some basic thing.
No, I'm not setting you up. I'm saying now we have got the opportunity. Lucky enough, there is I can't remember who it was, but we're starting to get online screeners now.
Okay.
So you're doing the online screeners. I'm saying it now, bro. This is a confirmation now. But after that Van Damme review, I was cracking up, and I know you guys know.
Bro, listen, man. I keep saying it. When I do a trailer reaction, when I do a movie review, I want to be as honest as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and sell it to be like, oh, it's amazing, to get some views, not just views, to get their liking.
Yeah.
But if the movie is basic, I'm like, bro, I'm not doing a review.
I'm
gonna say the movie shit. But then if you've already committed to them, that they've given us a link, and then you have to watch it and review it. How can I do that, bro, if the movie's not great? So that's why.
No. So, and that's the thing. I don't want us to be the guys that shit on people's work. There are going to be bad.
I'll never shit on anyone's work, and I would never want to say something's amazing if I didn't genuinely.
No, exactly. So, but there's 2 films you still need to watch. Nick Cage's new one, Arcade.
Okay.
And there's another one coming out soon. You guys will see the review, which is some Sasquatch movie. I need to double check. But funny enough, from what I've seen from the reviews that have come out already, people are enjoying it.
You know what it is, yeah? I've just been judgmental. You know what it is? Yeah, I've just been judgmental. I mean, all the review, listen, man, all the screenings you go to, freaking Planet of the Apes, like Marvel DC ones that are coming soon, but all the DC ones, and then you're like, gee, I've got an amazing one for you.
I didn't say it. I didn't
Sasquatch. I'm like, bro.
Sasquatch movie. Trust me. You'll see it.
Anyway, if you can make time, man, I'm home. To be honest with you, I'm home. I don't even have time here. I've got less time here than I do at home.
Yeah.
Because I'm here chilling with the kids and all that sort of stuff. It was a mission for us to get this time to do this.
No. But we get it done. He'll do the reviews. You guys will see it. Make sure you're following us on our TikTok and Instagram journey. Guys, we had an influx of people both on YouTube, on Spotify, on Instagram, on TikTok that have come out of nowhere. Massive thank you for joining the journey. And I know people who join online on like the social media parts. It's the social media part of it, like the social part of it. But the people that join on here that watch the podcast and watch the shorts and everything else, thank you for continuing it. You know, because of our thoughts on the world and how we feel, we were silent for a little bit, but I don't know. It's a weird one. It depends.
Yeah.
But I think there's some SEO issues that we need to learn. Because we just put stuff out there. We don't see it as, because have you seen the influx of emails we get in Brothers Geek Out podcast? Oh man, we love the podcast. Oh man, it's amazing. But your engagement, you lose.
Is that what it says?
The views, you lose. So let's work on your SEO. So that means when we're uploading,
SEO mean though? What is it?
Search engine optimization.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you've got a team at your workplace that deal with that, so it comes up on Google and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they pay for that stuff though. You have to understand, like with high-end companies and stuff like the reason why they come up with those searches, they pay and whatnot.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But we don't need to do that. We've always said that. I said, guys, like I emailed them back, said as long as you're willing to pay for it, we've never put a budget to this.
Yeah. So listen. I work in the advertising industry. If I wanted to, bro, I could sign up with, or I could just run some ads somewhere, like really cheap, and just drive traffic to our page.
Right.
But and when I say I could do that, like I've got relationships with certain third parties that would run a campaign for like
exactly,
or $1,000 or something like that. Now that would drive us a lot of traffic, because I'll say, look, forget the target and just drive a shitload of people, but I'm not paying for that, man.
Well, it's not that. It's depending on the people we get and the quality, isn't it? I think they have to have some sort of interest in this to do it. So.
Yeah, exactly. The people that listen to us and follow us, I think, again, it's all organic, man. People who generally like listening to our content, maybe just listening to us, hearing our thoughts, we're building all it. But no matter what, like, we're still going to do our thing. We're still going to say our shit. We're still going to geek out about what we want to geek out about. It's not going to be different to chase... to please an audience or whatnot.
No, of course not.
Otherwise, it's not. I said this so many times, man. We did that before, and it was fucking boring, bro. It was hard to say, "Oh, gee, can you watch this basic Indian movie and review it?" I'm like, "The fuck am I going to waste 3 hours watching this?" Like, just because we got 50,000 views. No, I'm talking about back then.
Back then, yeah.
Just because we're getting like 50,000 views and shit, bro, you need to review this movie. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not doing this. This is boring, bro. But for such shit that we enjoy, hell yeah, man, I'll do that all day. Anyway, that's we'll just keep doing it, guys. Just thank you. Anyway, I think what we're trying to say is thank you for all the people who are watching, you are listening, subscribing, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. Move your foot, man.
Butters.
All right, man. Let's jump in. G-Man's here. We've got a month of him here. He's gonna go to a couple of screenings. He's gonna watch some. Actually, we got a screening that you should. We could go on. It's Monday 24th.
Okay.
It's called Kill. It's actually an Indian film.
Oh yeah. It's Lionsgate.
Yeah. So we got that. So the brothers will be there, and whatever else comes up, we got something exciting happening on Monday. I'm looking forward to that. Meeting the director of Alien Romulus, the one that you reacted to, and Ahmed was like, "There's no reaction," and I'm like, "But that trailer didn't have anything to react to."
The second trailer gave me.
Yeah, the second trailer.
Yeah.
Listen, this is giving me good vibes, this movie. So I'm excited, but I'll give you guys all the details after
Take
Monday.
a flute, bro. When you meet him, when you meet the director.
No, he never did that.
Okay, but just like
Ridley Scott. But there we go. Let's jump in, bro.
Well, let's jump in. Look, as always, we're gonna start off, and it's gonna be a quick one today, guys, just because there's so much going on. But look, we always have to start off, and guys, check the description if you don't want to hear this. But free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan. yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, just always got to speak out for everyone, man. Like, we always, no matter what, you can't stop talking. Right? It's been another crazy. It's crazy how it just doesn't stop. Like, I've been learning a bit more about Sudan and Congo, and because I've been searching up, it does pop up in my algorithms here and there and whatnot. Congo, and there's a brother that I follow. I need to find his name. Brother I follow on Instagram. I try and find his name, and he gives little short clips. And he was telling me about what Congo, and I mentioned it before. And another clip came up was the Belgian king Leonardo, or whatever his name is, who had a genocide on Congo and killed on nearly 10 million Congolese. No word about him. Right? There were some other ones as well that killed African people and whatnot.
That's the problem.
No word about them. But Hitler, I shouldn't say his name, but he is the worst because he killed European white people. Unfortunately, it's all bad. But
the problem is, it's the narrative, isn't it? So basically, what I was learning and what becomes more clearer now, which is weird because you look into it, you dive into a deep hole of, a rabbit hole of information overload, and then you kind of work out like the systems here on the western side of the world not really catering history about what happened, what really happened.
Yeah,
it's about controlling the narrative of teach. Because to be honest, bro, in secondary school now, if I was in secondary school now, I want to know about my history.
Yeah.
I want to know about my
mentalities.
I don't want to know about. Yeah, no, of course it's different, and that's what I'm trying to teach Alara and the kids now.
But I think,
it's a white narrative.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, hear me out on this point. If I live in Britain, which we do, or then you should learn British history. I agree.
Of course. Yeah.
But they should also try to get other history involved. That's what I'm saying.
They have to, but they don't give it a full extent.
Yes, exactly. So yes, they prioritize British history, and they should, because you live here. I think that's true. You should learn about the royal family and Henry VIII and all that shit. But you should also learn about some of the other horrors in the world. Like, if you're gonna bring up someone like what happened in World War II, just a decade or two earlier, that Leopold dude, what he did in Congo, like, that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't even that far. Wasn't even that long ago. We're not talking about 1,500 years ago or we're talking about a decade or two before World War II. We got that to the Congolese people. See what I'm saying? And Congo now, like I said, like what I was researching on why we say free Congo, there's a lot of stuff going on there, but the cobalt mines, you know what I mean? The cobalt mines and whatnot, it's horrible, and it powers all of this shit. Tesla and all these Samsung and all these big
it's product.
We're part of it. It's as bad as it sounds, man. We've got all the products, man. And with Sudan, I'm trying to understand it, but there's some kind of thing going on between the government and the military coup and whatnot. There's something bad going on. But again, guys, you gotta donate as much as possible and make people aware of it. Palestine, we all know what's going on, and the reason why we know it's on top of minds because it's simply as bad as it sounds. They're all bad, but what's happening is as simple as it is, man. The Western European colonizing force is trying to occupy land. Simple as that, and they've been doing it for 75 years. It's been one of the longest occupations in recent times, and that's why it's in history, and that's why you're going to get colonizing people who are going to be supporting that, and the death of babies and whatnot. Oh, that massacre that just happened recently, they say 4 people and killed over 270 people, injured over 1,000, killed women and children, right? Literally shooting women and children and stuff in the head. And all the corporate media is all like, rescue mission. If you search it on Google, it comes up as rescue mission. It was a massacre to kill 4 people, to save 4 people. It was disgusting, bro. Only inhumane people do that. Only when you do not look at the other people as human beings. If they were, again, I keep saying this, if they were all Hamas, nobody would give a shit.
Yeah.
But because they're all innocent people, not all, I'm sure there were some Hamas people. Because there were so many innocent women and children, sure, that's why it's a problem. But
they're not strategic in what they're doing.
No, they're not, because they want them all to die.
Yeah.
If they wanted to be strategic, because I watched it on Breaking Points, and again, guys, check it out. They done an analysis of some rescue missions in the past. And it was like civilians killed 0, and this was by the West as well. Civilians killed 0, civilians killed 0, civilians killed 1, civilian killed 0. This one, civilians killed 270 people. It's not strategic. They want, and it's blatant that they have dehumanized the Palestinian people. And that's why they're happy to just kill children. You're killing innocent people, but when you're happy to kill children, these people are disgusting, the most evil people on the planet. It's absolutely horrible, man. The US had just announced, I think, that they're getting rid of that pair that pair was used just to help. I don't care what anyone says. That pair was used to help with the genocide. It wasn't no aid or nothing. That was a waste of waste of US taxpayers' money. That's why a lot of US people are against this, because like, you're using our money to do this. That's what it is. That's why when people say, why are you talking out for us? Because you're using our money. I know we're not in the US, but the British government supports it anyway.
Too as well.
It's still our tax money anyway.
Which is horrible. The reality we in at the moment now is insane, bro. It's insane. I can't fathom like what I'm witnessing right now. And you know how people are going to be taught history later on. You know what I mean?
We won't forget though. You know, Google's wiped Palestine off the map.
Yeah, so bro. That's
you talk about all this ethnic cleansing. You talk about this genocide. Like, you're literally doing it in our faces. You're wiping them off the map. The Israeli government leaders are talking about doing it. They're killing them. They're doing it, right? And you talk about, Hamas has it in their charter. Cool, like they do. So does Israel. Who's actually doing it? It's Israel.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe Hamas, if they were in charge, maybe, you never know. I won't say that they won't do it, right? But the fact of the matter is they both have it in their charter, and Israel is doing it. I say get rid of both of them, man. Like, I mean, the US is not helping anyway, but only way forward, man, get rid of both of them. I mean, this is what my opinion is, man. And just, you got to change governments on both sides, man. But Yahoo's got the court, like Yahoo and other idiots got the court case, and hopefully there'll be more of their government leaders that will have court cases, not court cases, so arrest warrants or whatnot. I don't know, it's just heartbreaking. But I talk here and expressing myself, but I don't know as much as like, like a normal Finkelstein or any of them sort of guy. They come and do the report. We're not journalists. No, we're just giving our thoughts on what we see, and it's heartbreaking.
I think that's what the hard part is, and I find it hard. I keep saying I wish I could better articulate myself in the pain I suffer when I see and hear what's going on, and I know what Western culture and Western media are like. Like, BBC done it that time when we had the riots in Tottenham that spurred off everything with Mark Duggan. And I was thinking, like, they're asking questions about the looting, and they're talking to these kids, and they're filming their trainers and their outfits, and I'm like, why are you filming that for?
Yeah. What caused it?
Why are you filming?
This is always the thing. What caused it? They don't want to talk about that. They just want to talk about the aftermath or whatever. Yeah. It's the same thing with Palestine. It's like, what caused these certain things? Like, it's disgusting. Well, look, I've come to a conclusion. Not conclusion, my own thoughts. Like, bro, you have to understand. There's been empires, like from Genghis Khan to Alexander the Great to whatever it is, Napoleon, all these sort of like empires and what you call emperors and everything, right? We're currently in a time where it's the Western Empire. Like, that's fact. And I think in history, I don't know history. I really don't know. But in my time, from what I'm seeing, it's like the biggest empire of all time. Now, it's bring a lot. Listen, all empires bring you some positive stuff. Like, it's not just all negative. But unfortunately, a lot of the negative is dehumanizing people, killing people, like stealing land, stealing riches, stealing minerals, resources. Yeah. That's a part of it. But you have to understand, this empire that we're in now, it is the most powerful one, bro. Not just from military, not from. Look, think about the influence it has on the world. The mainstream media, propaganda media around the world, right? You go to Asia. I lived in Hong Kong. People thought Muslims were terrorists because they listened to West.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. You're talking about all the movies, right, that we watch, that we love. We are part of this empire, bro.
No, of course, yeah.
You're talking about all the food, the Coca-Cola, the McDonald's that we're trying to boycott now. It's all over the world. It's the biggest empire of all time. You have to give it to. I'm not saying credit where credit's due, but you have to give it to when it comes to empires and ruling the world.
Yeah. They've got
everything we love. All of this stuff that we got on. Well, like Hulk and what. It's all from the empire. All of this stuff. And I'm not saying that it's all negative, because you know what, alhamdulillah, we live in good times, right? Good things does come out of every empire. Like I don't know all the history, but when I read stuff about Genghis Khan, it was barbaric and whatnot. Yeah. But some of the stuff that he brought in regards to community and letting people be their own religion, but it's like, you're under my rule, but do what you're doing, and certain taxes that they put in places where they're like, well, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm saying every empire, end of the day, even though they're trying to rule and stuff, there's something that they bring that civilization uses now from a positive perspective. Yeah. So I wish I could list them all out, but I know that, like, I'm talking as an uneducated Bruce right now, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? But this is what I'm saying. This is why the mainstream propaganda media and everything that they've been doing since World War II is, they've literally ruled the world with everything, right? And we're involved in so much in this empire. So now, what's scary is like you don't want an emperor getting dethroned because it leads to war and killing, right? That's the unfortunate thing. Like they're never going to surrender. Like it's not about surrendering. It's just about being even. But now you've got Russia and China, and the BRICS countries and all that sort of stuff. That's like the global South coming up and whatnot. Bro, one empire who's on charge now is never going to let go of the power they have without violence.
And that's
what's scary. Yeah, but that's scary because we don't want that.
Cool.
I just read something about the Russians have moved some what do you call those ships, man? The warships to near Cuba.
Yeah.
Now, back in the 70s, they had that Russian-Cuban missile crisis. So everyone keeps saying, is this the Russian, Cuban missile crisis again? I don't know. Everything's scary right now, man. And, unfortunately, military and the agenda. I mean, look, I don't know if it's unfortunate, but what Israel's done, they've exposed the West.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Forget about what they're doing to themselves because they're getting blacklisted. They're getting...
They're going nowhere.
Yeah,
Israeli people, that's what I feel sorry for. It's like the innocent Jewish people that are there, even if they're Zionists.
Yeah.
Because I've had a couple of conversations with Zionists, and I'm like, okay, you justify kids and women and men getting killed, yeah? But where are you going to go now? You got different parts of the world shutting you down. You won't be able to travel nowhere. You
just go to US.
Want your land. If this is the land you want, you're stuck there now.
Forever, yeah.
You're not going to be able to go nowhere because everybody's going to be like, this is what your government did. We're not going to let you in the country. And that's horrible for them. I got to say, that's horrible.
Of course it is.
Let alone the fact, bro, I don't know how they are brainwashed into thinking nobody was on this land before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's brainwashed.
How is it that bad, bro? Because some of the conversations,
but
they're like, they're Hamas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so baffed. A kid.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's been great, bro. The same way other dictators and murderous bastards have had brainwashed a group of people. They've done the same thing, bro. From birth, they've
brainwashed the country.
Bro, it's like the educational system.
They're just peasants. They ain't nothing.
But that's why. Oh, again, I forget names and apologize, man. There's another. Oh, I watched a documentary. I'm going to mention it. There's another Jewish brother who was a Zionist. He's the therapy dude. He talking about trauma. I know you know.
Dr.
Gabbard.
Yeah, Gabbard Sutton.
Yeah. He was a Zionist. He believed in the Jewish state. He still does, but we saying for at what cost though. But when he saw the truth, he was like, "Well, this ain't right." Same with Norman Finkelstein. Like they believe in that. Well, unless they believe in the Jewish state, but they're like, of course, the Jewish people should be safe and whatnot, but not at the cost of other people. So when people see it, bro, they just open their eyes. I just saw something the other day, bro, a video on YouTube that's been circulating around, and these Orthodox Jewish protesters in Israel, and then there's this woman who's like, "What's wrong with you people? I'm Jewish. What's wrong with you people?" And they're like telling them like, "You're Zionist. The Zionist is different from Jewish." And she's like, "No, I'm Jewish. How could you be having this Palestinian?"
Yeah, I've seen it.
And the Jewish Orthodox is just like, she's trying to tell them. They're the ones who practice the religion of Judaism. They know it inside. Like when I say know it, they're practicing Jewish bodies, And this she's been brainwashed. She has no idea why they would be doing it. She's not even gonna think. Like, so I don't know what happened with her, but I wish one of them just grabbed her and said, "Listen, sister, like you've been brainwashed. Like you have to be educated on what
they will learn, bro. They will learn."
But this documentary I watched, actually, it's called "Where the Olive Trees Weep."
Oh, bro, I need to watch this. Yeah.
So you can guys check it out. You can watch it for free.
Yeah.
You can give a donation, and that donation goes towards Palestine and everything. But I gave a little donation just to watch it. But again, it's I've seen loads of documentaries. This was another amazing. When I say amazing, it's a heart-touching documentary. Man, they had a few different activists on there, Palestinian activists, Palestinian journalists. You had that guy Gabbard something.
Yeah, Dr. Gabbard.
Yeah, I gotta find his name. I might be making it up.
No, I can remember it's Gabbard. There's another one, bro. That's
I have
smashing.
Gabbard, sorry, Gabbard Mate.
Yeah,
Gabbard Mate, Dr. Gabbard Mate. He was on it, and they were talking like not just a lot of people know the stories, man, of the occupation of the illegal settlers, but just to see the local people, man, and then just this guy who had a farmland is just like they're just taking my land. They live in a tent now. They just set fire to everything, or they just bulldoze it. And when I go to court, nothing happens, and at the end they just take my land. Some of the activists and whatnot, the Israeli military just kill them, break their legs, like they just do whatever they can to destroy them, man. It's heartbreaking when you just see it in a documentary, like when you see real life stuff that's going on.
I think it's hard enough, and I need to watch that. There's another one called Israelism,
okay,
which is breaking charts on Apple TV and other streaming services.
Okay,
but I'm just as like we're getting the content, and we're getting history. It's there. I think it's where people take themselves. I think some people. I mean, people always tell me I'm too consumed, and I'm like, how can you not be consumed, man? They're children. There are people losing their lives across the world. I think Kevin Spacey come back suddenly.
Oh yeah.
He's on a comeback, bro.
Yeah.
PR companies have been pushing him off bed.
He was on Lex Friedman's promo. Piers Morgan. Yeah.
I'm like, right, your PR company's working great. My man is like, Piers asked him a question about where you living now. And he started busting into tears. I'm like, he's an actor. Yeah, I'm sorry. My man was getting 20 million for that Netflix show about the West Wing or something.
Oh yeah.
20 mil. He was getting an episode, bro. My guy did 7 seasons.
Freaking hell.
That is money, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing. I don't know where I'm living. And
really?
I was like, yeah, bro. He was crying, bro.
It,
like he had to move out or some shit like that. And listen, there are a couple of people that I've never idolized anybody. I've always said, there's somebody there that inspires me and respect. Yeah.
Inspires.
Kevin Spacey, listen, man, your movies and the parts you played, you cool, man. But that there was a Uzi moment, man.
Bullshit.
That was a bullshit moment where it was like, I can't believe you're saying this, and there's people dying across the world. You're fine, bro. Your suit alone was bucks. You came on with a nice suit, and you're talking about you don't know where you're going to be next. He doesn't know. I remember putting up a video about it, and people were busting up because I said, welcome to reality, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to reality, because this is how it is for some people.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel it. And I know your PR company is pushing it because you didn't get the guilty plea. To be honest, he did what he did.
Yeah.
He did what he did because you were the next Michael Jackson, sorry to say, because there was other shit going on in the world at the time.
Was he guilty?
Yeah, he was guilty.
Okay, yeah.
He was guilty, and then they... No, he wasn't charged, bro.
He wasn't charged?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, he wasn't charged, so he's out and about doing his thing. But that's what I'm saying, like the way it's controlled, the way the narrative's controlled, the way people look for stuff. Listen, go do your own thing. Go watch these movies. Go watch these things. But donate as much as you can. All the links are on our social
That's
media.
what it is. Listen, like people know though. This is where the Zionist movement are losing. Even though they control the tech companies and they try to change the narrative, history's on. It's all there. You can't take it down. So they're trying to change history. They're gonna try and make you forget history. But it's important for us to not forget the history, to learn. It is there. They can wipe Palestine off the map on Google, but we all know it's there. It's always gonna be there. So yeah, no, fuck them, man. It's like, listen, like I say, like we would have to carry on history. We would have to teach our kids, our children. They'll never forget. But thank God for the internet. Even though they try to control it, thank God for them, man. Because for the internet, because that's the way we can learn from these things, and that's why I've been learning so much more. There was something else I wanted to laugh about. Oh, that Sunak idiot. Did you see that the memes going around about this fool saying that he never had Sky? He was trying to say he was poor, and he was trying to be like, oh, I never had Sky, and now he's getting cut. What an idiot. I love, he's got such a punchable
But
face.
did you see the way he kind of panicked? He's got rat face, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It
definitely
got rat. You know what? It does have a rat face.
He's a rat face, man. He's got a rat face, man.
Yeah.
They probably said that about me, bro, because somebody said that I've got a punchable face, which is cool.
Yeah. Who said
I
that?
did that as a compliment. That was a long time ago. I can't remember. Somebody said it. I probably annoyed them, and they were like, you got a punchable face, and I was like,
well, he's definitely got a punchable.
Right, he got a punchable face. He's got a face that you could slap twice.
Yeah.
Like like you go in backhand and come out that way. So as he's going in, like it's weird. I don't know why I'm imagining that. Sky TV, bro, he panicked in that interview. Did you see it? Like, I didn't watch the whole because the guy who was doing the interview was like, so what was it you didn't have? And he was like, well, look, there's loads of things. There's loads of things.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Shut
Like
the fire, but I hate his
that
voice.
interviewer should have slapped him in the face, man. But the problem is, like, listen, bro. Again, I always say it. Those guys at the front line, puppets. They don't really do anything. They're just there so that the public can blame them for shit.
Yeah.
And he's people will cuss him for a long time. It's the people in the background, guys. And people maybe say, "Oh, Kib's conspiracy shit. You smoke too much weed and stuff." I ain't touched weed in a long time. Yeah, but there's other things working in the background, guys. These guys are fronts. To be honest, I feel like governments like the United States and UK at the moment is pure jokes. Like since COVID, jokes.
It's been comedy camp.
It's been like they're like it's like a carry-on episode. Like what the hell? You guys are on some next shit, getting away with next shit, doing some crazy shit, having parties and shit.
And they've been all characters. Like think about it.
Yeah, bro.
Like from Boris Johnson, who looks like a clown, who looks like Donald Trump's cousin or something.
Yeah.
You got this Sunak fool who looks like a in the US. You got a zombie as a president currently now. You got Trump, who's freaking hilarious and a comedy camp as well. With his hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like suddenly, like
JFK Jr., whose voice is all fucked up and whatnot. I mean, his voice is fucked up, but like, I don't know. It's all comedy camp. It's like it's all jokes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
the government's been like that. I think the more we've seen now as adults, we see because you look back, bro. You go back, man. Thatcher, John Major, and all them people. You look at them, and each of them have joke traits like idiocy. They're like some idiocy people. Like they're willing to think, oh, you know what, my name's gonna be up there with the greats.
The greats.
Bro, look what happened to Winston. What's it? Alfred Hitchcock? Not Alfred Hitchcock. Winston Churchill's name.
Alfred Hitchcock.
He lose, bro.
You know. No, but look, in this country, they're always gonna love him and gonna be known as the hero of World War II. You have. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone, all of them has positives. You have to put that there.
No, of course.
You have to list the positives and negatives. And what I'm saying, I don't know nothing about him, but there are positives that he's done for the country, right?
Yeah.
But there are negatives. You can't exclude the negatives. The famine that caused, I feel like 2 to 4 million people deaf in India. That should be on his name. That's a part of him. You can't say, oh, make excuses for it and whatnot. Okay, he was the prime minister for a thing. He got us through World War II and all that stuff. Brilliant. Put the negatives too. He made 4,000 million people die because of the famine in India. He caused that. Simple. And not just him, but his system, his politics, his people, whatever. They caused it, man. You can't take that away. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's a fucking dick because they're all dicks. All government leaders are dicks. Not. You can't single out just one of them.
No, of course.
They're all evil.
Each and every one of them. Each and every one. Each one to their own. But listen, main thing is, guys, if you can donate, do the best you can. Make sure you share the news. I know we had a story that was shared so many times, and people are starting to come out of the woodworks that didn't know which side to pick. Really and truly, there's no sides to pick because we don't want people dying.
Yeah, pick humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
we don't want
so
people
cheap
dying.
Pick humanity.
Yeah, proper cheap. But I'm telling you, free Palestine. They have to. That has to be. The thing is, we won't probably see that resolved in our lifetime. Yeah, they'll have this whatever. But the thing is, we've lost far too many people. Now there's gonna be something else. It won't even be Hamas. And you tell me who won't want revenge for what happened.
Exactly. We're all human. Fucking hell. I can't have someone cut me off on the road without me going crazy.
Exactly.
Think about what the fuck they're going through. But people have said that so many times. You've got to go down to the root issue. The root issue is the fact of the matter is that they've been occupied by a European race who claim to have the land, or their ancestors claimed the land 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago. That argument kills me. But listen, bro. Listen, man. I don't mean to be like you're claiming that those are your listen, and I'm not saying for the real Jewish brothers and sisters, right? There is claim for that land. Not claim, but they were there from that land from ages ago, years ago, thousands of years ago, whatnot. But all these European-looking dudes are claiming that land, bro. 100 years, your kids, our grandkids and whatnot. If they're like, I'm from Bangladesh, you look at their face, you be like, oh yeah, I could tell. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Them dudes, you look 100% European. You look like nothing like Arabs, because the fact that it's in Palestine, that's the Arab region, man. They look nothing like people from that region. It's like, how the hell do you claim a land when you look nothing like like, it's crazy.
Listen, bro, it's what happened with.
And you can't just say, "Oh, we were expelled." It's in your DNA. Like, if I was expelled from my country, bro, I've been living in the UK and then our DNA passed on. Still freaking Bengali looking, man.
No,
How could you be like, bro? It's a weird argument.
bro, listen, they did that in the States.
That's why
with the Indians.
Yeah, I know, but that's why in Israel, you're not allowed to take a free me&e test or DNA test.
Yeah.
You're not allowed. Why? Because it's gonna say you come from Europe. It's not gonna say you come from the Middle East
exactly.
or Palestine or whatnot. So that's illegal there. That's how crazy it is. It's dumb, man. It's dumb. Listen, side of humanity is innocent people not getting killed. And when whatever force is killing innocent people, those are the sides you don't want to be on.
Exactly.
So I'm saying, like, you don't want to be on this. And I'm not justifying anyone. I'm like, fuck Hamas too. Fuck them too. Like I say, anyone who's caused any death on innocent people, fuck.
It's horrible.
So,
but they are IDF at the moment now.
Oh, they're the worst people.
They're terrorists as well. Terrorists.
Terrorists.
I'm saying, they're terrorists.
Yeah, man.
And Yahoo as well. Yahoo is.
I just posted on my Instagram again, and just today another post saying, "Catch this terrorist." He is a terrorist. The IDF, the Israeli Occupying Force, IOF, are a terrorist group. I don't give a fuck. I would say it.
Yeah.
I was hesitant before, but now everyone knows they're a terrorist group.
They're terrorists.
They're the worst terrorists. Listen, they're up there with the ISISes and all them lot. They're up there with
100%, bro.
They're the same.
100%.
They're the same people.
The same people, man.
Yeah.
But remember, do your due diligence. Due diligence. I can't even speak. But yeah, donate, guys. Links are in our bios. Links will be in the description. Let's move on, bro. Let's do this one.
Yeah, let's move on, guys. Palestine free, Congo free, Sudan free.
Palestine free, Congo free, Sudan. Yemen, bro.
Yemen.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, listen, man. So much going on.
Skin tone, still issues.
Well, it's not even the skin tone, it's religion as well. The Indians, that terrorist Modi there, he hates Muslims and he's getting he's brainwashing.
Yeah.
Innocent. There's some Hindu people that don't like the Muslims, they want to kill them anyway. So he's just giving them encouragement, he's brainwashing more. So it's our religion, man. People, and they fear our religion. And I think Malcolm X said it the best, because he said it for the US. He goes, Islam will cure racism. Islam will cure a lot of things in the world. And they're scared of that. They're scared of what Islam can cure, like the good things, like the racism, the financial, the poor people, all that sort of stuff. Like they don't want that. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. That's because they want that division between people. Because the one thing that Islam teaches is that when I stand next to my brother, we're one. We don't see race.
You're not supposed to.
Culture, anything else. We see Islam as one. As one. We pray as one.
Yeah.
We pray, together.
Yeah, it's one God to one God, and no matter what,
It doesn't race, equality, divisions, whatever, cultures don't mean nothing. That's when I'm standing next to my brother or anybody else, we're as one praying.
Yeah, if you look at videos of Hajj now, you can see that's what opened up Malcolm X's eyes. He was like, he went to Hajj and he was like, I'm praying and breaking bread with white. I was gonna say blue people. White skin, blue-eyed, blonde-haired people. The people that he thought that he should hate and that thought that hated him. And he was like, what's going on here? And that was Islam that brought them together. So
definitely
that's what they're against. And that's what they're trying to. They've been doing this for ages. The propaganda media.
Oh yeah.
And then like I say, it's not just the Western. It's in India, unfortunately, as well as a lot of stuff. And a lot all over the world. You saw that shit in Myanmar.
Yeah.
The Buddhists doing that to it's just horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, guys, be on the side of humanity. Just be nice to each other.
Yeah, man. Be excellent to each other.
Let's move on, guys, to things we watched. I watched Bad Boys 4. Oh, well, that movie was awesome. It was, bro. So number 3, kind of like, after many years, you bring out number 3.
Yeah.
And yes, it wasn't the best, right? And then number 4 comes out.
It was still all right.
No, it was still all right. But I was about to say, right? You could see the difference between 4 and 3. It was the relationship between those two. Yeah. So in number 3, my Lows went on a retirement thing and they kind of broke up. And there wasn't that vibe between them. Number 4 brought that straight back.
Yeah.
Just the commodity between them, the vibe, the jokes, just everything. Just them being together makes you laugh.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And the movie was awesome. The action was awesome.
Yeah.
MVP was
Reggie. Yeah,
Like,
Reggie.
I love the fact that he was just always playing games, getting cussed by Martin Lawrence constantly. And then when he stepped up, he smashed.
Bro, that scene was sick.
Wicked.
That was shot really well.
Well.
That scene was really
well. The whole movie was shot really
very well.
Whatever their creativity with the camera. That's what I'm saying with the action movies these days. The creativity with the camera work is just taking the action to another level.
Yeah.
This movie was shot brilliantly with the camera angles.
Because they did have pull-outs of some of the scenes that they were doing actually, but when they did close-ups, like that gun scene, was sick. Because I was like Doom or Shoot 'em Up game, Black Crisis. You think of stuff like that straight away, which was really good. Very cool. Look, the story is not amazing. I think the chemistry between Martin and Will coming back it worked perfectly. I feel like it that should have been number 3.
Yeah. But it's amazing because they used like his son and characters from to make this movie even more awesome. So it's kind of like a wicked redemption of that. I'm not saying number 3 was the shittest movie in the world.
No, it wasn't.
But for a Bad Boys movie, it just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right? And with the stories, to be honest with you, bro, these are one of the type of movies where the story doesn't have to be great.
No.
I just want to see Mike Lowry and what the hell's the thing's name?
Mike Lawrence.
No, what's his name? That's crazy how I don't know his character's name because you always know Mike Lowry. But the point is, I just want to see those two on an adventure, which what they do, like an action adventure. And that's what makes it jokes because that's all you want to see with those two. The movie just had me laughing throughout the whole film.
Yeah, bro.
The action scenes were awesome and had me like just kind of like pumped. Bro, the movie was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Marcus. There you go. Yeah, bro, that's it. Them two just cracking jokes. It's the best, bro. It's so funny. It's a great duo. I loved it, man. Brilliant movie. Now, if they do more, I'll be up more like that.
Yeah, I'm on it.
You know, when they done 3 and I watched it and I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't really care for number 4.
You know what? It's on now. I'm gonna go watch it while we're having dinner.
We can watch it.
Pop it on because I feel like it doesn't get. It's hard, bro, because movies get bigger, better, direction changes, and I feel like I didn't watch number 3 before we watched 4, so it'd be interesting to watch it again, then see from there. But to be honest, this ranking system is always one thing I've always hated because if I enjoy a movie, I enjoy a movie.
I know, but it's it comes down to your opinion. But what I'm saying is like you got 1, 2, which is amazing. Then 3 comes out so long, it's so anticipated, and then it was just kind of like it wasn't there, and it was just a relationship. That's what the main thing about this movie is their jokes, their relationship, and I just feel like they split that a little bit. That's where the movie loses a little bit.
No, definitely.
But four bang, bro, if they do the same, lose. I was gonna fucking throw up all over. If they do the same, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can take it. I know, sorry, man, I'm fasting today. But yeah, no, Bad Boys, awesome, wicked.
No, that was
Bad Boys. I can watch that again. I can definitely watch
Listen, man, crossover needs to happen. Axel Foley.
Oh yeah, where did this thought come from?
I don't know. Like I know that they had a picture together because when they were filming it was filming at the same time in the same area.
Okay.
And then I left the cinema and I was like, if I was to see Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley in this, and I don't know why, because I've been watching the Beverly Hills Cop series again, and I was like, he's iconic, bro. Like, and I know you guys did the retro movie reaction review on that one. That first movie, again, is lightning in a bottle. And because he's got this, he really gets himself out of things not because of the action, even though that action gets better along the movies. His mouth, bro. His personality. Like, you know, when he went into the warehouse and he went in there randomly, asked the security guard for a lighter, call your manager, caused all sorts of madness. But he did that because of the confidence and what he brings to himself. Yeah, I love that because that's a character you want to be like when you go into a meeting or when you go to meet somebody. Yeah, that you could be. He's so forward with the way he thinks. You know, like there's a part in that cracks me up. So he goes in. The restaurant is just before, you know, the Hero Club is just the man. Yeah. But what he was telling the waiter before he went in, because he was like, I think you should tell him that he made up some next disease. And then then the waiter goes, no, I think it's better that You tell him you comes from you. And I was like, you're so basic, but he did it because you put somebody else in that situation because of the situation. He worked it really well. And then I don't know, that idea, I came out the cinema, I was like, the tune was in my head, and I was like, listen, that was so much fun that I know that I'm gonna absolutely adore Axel Foley when it comes out next month.
We need to watch that together.
Yeah. So I'm so looking forward to that. But I don't know, it was just I could see them all working together on a case. Like they come to Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
they all like something happens, Beverly Hills, they cross paths.
Because they're in Miami, right? Because they're always in Miami.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, listen, it will be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Comedy geniuses in one movie, freaking out. Bad Boys 4, listen, but the franchise has broken $1 billion.
Yeah.
Amazing. This movie, I think it's doubled its whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's a summer action movie, which we haven't had in a long time. And I was watching a video on Will Smith recently, and whatever you feel about how Will Smith is, if you take that equation out, watch the movie, you're going to enjoy it. But I feel like what we didn't have in a long time since COVID is that summer action blast movie, just fun.
Yeah.
No brainer, come out the cinema. Like when we came out of that screening, bro, I haven't, like I said, that's the first time I've been at a screening since Avengers Endgame, where people were cheering, shouting, and laughing really loud. Like it was like a football match.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I've never seen that reaction like that in age. And we came out the cinema, we were all talking, everybody was bare excited, gassed, and moist, and the rest of it. And then I was like, oh my God. And then, the following day, Will shares our reaction from Twitter. And I'm like, this is insane. And it was the honest truth. I came out that cinema buzzing. Me and Ash came out buzzing.
So did I, bro.
Yeah.
So, my missus watched it as well. She really enjoyed it as well. Because that's what that movie does. You don't have to be a like my missus don't know nothing about Bad Boys and Will Smith and whatnot. She knows a little bit and Martin Lawrence and whatnot. Yeah. But that movie, she came out, she enjoyed it. She was laughing at the comedy as well because this is funny, bro.
Silly, funny comedy. Listen,
bro, wicked movie. I feel like this year we've had some good movies, and we haven't had many. Think about it, we haven't had many,
and no superhero.
No superhero. Well, we have. Madam Web was awesome, bro. You're not joking. I should have cussed that movie. We have had super movies, but no,
there haven't been the forefront.
Exactly.
Where it's nice to see the average Joe movie, not average Joe. I wouldn't say average.
No,
Joe.
I would say
just the traditional blockbuster movies.
That's it.
Traditional, man. Armageddon days, bro. Like I just want to see some destruction, people going crazy, and a great soundtrack. You know what I mean? So
that's it, man. This movie brought it back, man. This brought it back. So good. I would love to see more if they made more. 100%.
Definitely.
So that was freaking awesome. I watched. What else did I watch? Snack Shack. I actually watched Snack Shack.
What do you think?
It wasn't bad, actually.
It's really good.
First, I put it on, to be honest with you. I watched it. I put it on a while back. I watched that 30 minutes. I was like, okay, this is all right. It's okay. Cool. You're right. Then I finished off the movie and I was like, oh, this wasn't bad. I mean, like these young entrepreneurs, hustling and whatnot. The ending took a hot. When you said I saw the interview and you said it gets a bit emotional. It took a bit of a heart. And spoiler alerts. I mean, he kind of loses everyone except his best friend. His best friend was there. End of the day, they had a little tiff and whatnot over a girl, and it's like, oh, that's a little bit of a typical thing, but it happens. But end of the day, his best friend was there for him because he ended up losing everyone, man. It was kind of hard, touching. I was like, oh, that's deep. But I loved their enthusiasm. I loved the business, the entrepreneur mentality they had, and it was kind of jokes. It was actually pretty good. I genuinely enjoyed it.
Man, I love a coming to age movie where you're growing with the characters, you're understanding what they're going through in that situation. And Adam, like he said, because it was parts of his childhood as he was growing up. And that scene where the mum and dad have this really crazy rant in between when he's getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you keep a straight face during that? And he was like, I have no idea, but they were so funny. But a lot of it's scripted really well. I'm learning more about these interviews, about what sort of questions am I asking, because I could be asking the everyday question, man, and getting these opportunities are hard enough as it is, and to get them, massive shout outs to Paramount UK for that, is the process of how strict they are with their writing, bro. So some of the stuff that you see on the screen, it's written, bro.
That's crazy.
To the T.
Yeah.
Nobody moves away from the script. You stick to the script and you act it out.
but this is what I'm thinking. Like, there's amazing things from both ends. You got that, stick to the script 100%, and it can work out amazingly. And then you got, I don't know, maybe comedy. I'm thinking like Seth Rogen and them boys who probably do a lot of
improv.
But
no,
and it's
actually,
hilarious.
they're actually quite strict as well, bro.
Oh, is it?
It's the writing that needs to be funny.
I guess
to connect.
Yeah. But I guess that the base has to be strict. So you like if you got the base strict and then some things. I'm trying to think. I know there's certain things.
You know, Eastbound and Down with Danny what's his name? Danny McBridge.
Yeah.
So there, he does improv on that. You see the outtakes. When you see outtakes, is because they're trying different things.
Yeah,
right?
but they're hilarious, man.
No, proper.
So I think you get both amazing from both ends.
No,
and when you follow the script and the script is amazing, I mean, it's to the T. Like, it's awesome. This movie was, bro. Generally, was okay, bro. Yeah. I didn't feel like it's a chore, or I didn't want to finish it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's movies like that. You know,
it's hard though, because it's like what's the other movie with Sam Rockwell, with the kid who comes to work at the resort?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Steve Carell's in it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my god, such a really nice coming of age story about a kid growing up, learning about drinking, partying, and all the rest of it. So
it's a good movie.
It's a good film. It's gone right out of my head.
Steve Carell was a dick to him.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good movie. Let me try and Google it. But
no, that's good.
And also it brought back to the 90s, man. You know, that's us. You know what I mean? That's us. Sorry, I gotta find this, man.
The Way Back.
The Way Back.
The Way Back.
There you go.
The Way Back. Yeah.
Good memory. Check that movie out, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Check out Snack Shack. It's out on. Is it digital downloads now? Yeah, digital downloads them to rent now. It's up on Apple TV as well. So check it out, guys. A really good, fun coming of age story, and based in 1991 in Nebraska. I was 10. You must have been 9. Well, no, you
9. I'm not
9. Sorry, yeah, sorry.
7 or something.
7 or something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Check it out, guys. Good film.
Cool, man. The other thing I watched was Acolyte, episode 3, which has been getting destroyed.
What do you mean? So I didn't understand it. You said that.
Okay.
So they changed something, right?
Okay. I didn't want to spoil it.
So don't spoil it, man.
I won't spoil it. So, but first of all, right, this is another Star Wars universe.
This is way in the beginning, bro.
Okay. So, listen, man. So, I'm giving it a chance to introduce new characters.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest, craziest Star Wars fan, right? But I appreciate the content they bring out. There's something about them I love watching it. Mandalorian's my favorite. So first of all right, people are dissing it because of the obvious thing, right? Colored people, all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Put that aside. You can have those people. Put that aside. But then, diversity and equity, just forcing it. Listen, there's new characters. In my opinion, if you change Luke Skywalker into a Bengali dude like me, I'm gonna be like, bro, what are you doing? This is a problem, right? But that's not the case. You're building new characters. So bringing new characters, no problem. All right, that's one thing that people are crying about. The first 2 episodes I really enjoyed.
Very good.
Right?
Very good.
The third episode is where it did get weird, and the reason why I think people are kicking off now is because the Force is always known to be the Jedi Force, right? I'm spoiling it for you, bro. Sorry. Should I spoil it or?
Let me watch it, man.
All right. Something happened with the Force, basically. I've spoiled something for you anyway. But I agree with that. I'm like, that's a twist. I don't know if I like that twist because it takes it away from that Jedi whole thing, bro. So it's and then, and then to be honest, but some people could look at it from one perspective, but from another perspective, it's like, I found it to be a bit weird, to be honest. And people still cussing it because
the racial thing.
It was a bunch of this part's not a spoiler, but it was a bunch of like colored lesbian witches like doing some funny chants, and I was like, that's freaking. It seems very weird. I was like, that's a bit weird. It's off. But what got me was that thing I'm talking about the Force and whatnot.
So this is the thing. Like we're at the beginning stage now of Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars has always been about everybody, the whole universe, guys. We're all as one.
The universe.
Yeah.
You got green aliens and blue aliens and purple shit with big noses and shit, and then everyone's crying about black people when, like, Chinese people in a movie, and I'm like,
that would never make sense.
It don't make no sense. I don't understand.
Like
I said, if you change Luke Skywalker to a Bengali brother, that's a problem. He's still Luke Skywalker, and the character. So that part I'll never get, but it's the Force thing.
It's right at the beginning. The Force seems much stronger. Have you noticed? You know that guy who was meditating? I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
She couldn't get a kick in or anything. I was like, they ain't never shown the strength of
that force.
the force like that.
Do you know what's been amazing about this? The martial arts have been
Oh,
sick.
on point.
Yeah.
What's his name from Squid Games? What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, man.
Soy. No, his name's Soy in the show.
Yeah,
But he's been actually pretty good.
he's been
really
awesome.
good. Really good.
But the martial arts kind of reminds me of like a whooping wall.
Oh,
choreography,
yes,
you know what I mean? Like, and the lady from Trinity is in it. From
Trinity, from Matrix, Carrie Ann Moss, yeah.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
People are crying that she got killed off straight away. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen episode 1. Immediately she gets killed off. But she's in the show anyway.
I knew she's going to be like, what's it called?
The martial arts is brilliant, bro. Like Star Wars, like listen, from the Phantom Menace ones and whatnot, they had good saber work and whatnot. It evolved, right, from the original ones. Now the saber work as well as the hand-to-hand combat, bro, the martial arts is brilliant, bro. Listen, man, I'm still enjoying it. I'm giving it a chance, basically. Like none of the diversity shit is killing me. Like none of that's getting to me, right? But that force thing kind of, I was like, oh, that's, I don't know if I like that. So you're gonna.
I'll watch it and we'll talk about it in next week's episode.
Yeah. But like I say, with the diversity stuff, like again, I've seen shit where I have complained about it. When I'm like, you gave us shit content because you forced this. Don't force this. Make good stories, and I'll fucking love it.
Yeah, right? I think that's what it is. It's about not forcing it. It's about letting it. That we're in this world. Yeah. Things are changing constantly. So, give it to us nice and easy, man. That's the way I see it, anyway. But what else, bro?
Well, I could have. I'm just gonna. Sorry, Squid Games. I just wanted to get that guy's name. I was trying to get his name from Acolytes. I can't even spell Acolytes. But his name is. Why is he not the first dude? There we go. Lee Jang Jae.
Lee Jang Jae.
Oh,
Lee Jang Jae.
Yeah, Lee Jang Jae. Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, the other movie I quickly watched was Hitman on Netflix.
I haven't seen it.
It's actually really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's got
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell. Adriana Draw. Yeah, I'm going to names.
51 we got 51 views on the last episode. That was probably one of the worst episodes. I'm telling you, I was like, worst episodes.
51.
We said all the names.
October 7th, right? Yeah. I'm bringing that date just because we started talking about Free Palestine until then, and we got shadow banned and whatnot, so our views went down. But this one went up, and I can't fucking read
pronounced names. I was looking after the kids, and it was horrible. I was forgetting stuff. But anyway, listen,
people
Hitman, check it out. I've heard some really good.
It's good. It's fun. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's easy to watch, and the concept of it is actually pretty cool as well.
Yeah,
I check it out. All right, that's all I watched. Anything else that you saw?
All right, so what did I see? Bad Boys 4. Right, I can't remember. I haven't seen it. Actually, all right, so what I have been watching is the new Quantum Leap show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm halfway through the first season.
I watched episode 1 and I stopped. What do you think?
All right, listen. I'm going to give you my negatives now. Yeah? Not having the famous theme song really throws you off because that would have drawn back all the old fans. 100%. Yeah, and that's a creative decision, brave creative decision that the ABC network or NBC network took to do that. But I felt like it would have brought back some old. But listen, bro, it's actually pretty good. After I went through the first episode, which I was like still umming and ahhing about, it was really rushed. They didn't explain why why this technology was resurrected again and what was the connection to Sam. They mention him, but bro, it gets deep.
It does, yeah.
It gets deep, bro. And I was like, okay, I still hate the fact that it's not the Quantum Leap theme song I want. But listen, the characters in it are really good. Ernie Hudson's character, who starts Quantum Leap again, used to work in the army, and there's an episode where Sam Beckett goes into a soldier from the States who is in Vietnam War.
Oh, they linked it.
Yes, bro. And so he was like, I was missing for a couple of days, and I could see Sam Beckett's face in the mirror.
Yeah.
And he was the one who saved my life and the platoon's life.
Oh.
And then left.
And this was Ernie Hudson was in an episode in the original.
He wasn't in the original.
Oh.
He was. They were playing a younger self. Okay. He's not playing the older one.
Oh, sick.
So he resurrected Quantum Leap again because he found out that Sam never made it home.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, bro, it was deep, bro.
That's sick. That's
And
sick.
they were like, now this guy's leaked.
But that episode, the one, the World War II, the Vietnam one, happened in the real original shows.
Yes.
Oh, that's deep.
So they've linked it.
That's deep.
They have linked it. They talk about Sam all the time.
Ooh.
I'm hoping to see Sam pop up because they talk about the technology. They talk about Al's daughter's involved, bro. And there's bro, it's
I'm sold now, man. I should have gave it more chance. See, this is why I should never just watch one episode. You should
yeah, bro. Listen,
judge it.
I'm scared because there's only 2 seasons and I think it's been cancelled. But I'm so scared because I'm not even looking at Google to find out has this been cancelled. Are they going to continue it? Because it's like good 18 episodes a season. Like I'm watching a couple of hours here and there. I'm invested, bro, and I love the technology. I love time travel. I love what they're doing with time travel in this. Originally, and it's not really a spoiler. Time travel in Quantum Leap was between the birth of Sam and his death, but because we don't know where he is, he doesn't really die. He's hopping around still. Remember, that last episode said that I don't think you'll never make it home. I hated that episode. To end the season like that was probably the worst thing to do. I feel like Quantum Leap now is trying to rectify that. But he's gone further back in time now.
Oh.
So he's not in his lifetime.
Yeah. Was Sam in his lifetime? Sam wasn't in his lifetime. Oh, no, he was within his lifetime.
Within his lifetime.
And from a baby to
an adult.
See?
So he will loop around there.
I didn't even...
But where now, he could go back even further. Yeah. Or what they're trying to do is go further.
Future.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Damn. But if he goes in the future, because Sam kind of corrected things in the past. But if he goes in the future, what he's going to start correcting?
I don't know how that's going to work because he's already gone back to the past even further. Not in his lifetime. The first time they've gone back to like the late 1800s.
Oh, damn.
In like the West, and they were like, "Oh my god, that's the biggest leap backwards ever." But he's still fixing issues. He's learning as a character himself. Because the one thing we learned from Sam was that he learned more about himself and became this brave soldier in time, fixing what went wrong to right. Some of them fictional characters, some of them real characters. I'm sucked in, bro.
You know what, bro? You sold it to me, man.
Only Hudson's character is that I want to be able. He saved my life.
Yeah,
and he's been saving countless lives. I want to know if we can bring him home.
That's sick. Yeah,
and I love that concept, and I gave it a couple of episodes, and now I'm watching it. I'm really enjoying it, bro.
You know what? When I get back, I'm gonna get on it.
But intro, come on, NBC. If one of you got NBC or ABC or whatever, if you guys are watching this, please give us the tune, man. That's what I want. You know. I love that tune, bro.
Yeah.
That's the tune. I think that would have brought in a lot more old fans. Because you know what? A lot of people did message me saying, "Are you watching Quantum Leap?" And I'm like, no, because like it just didn't give me that vibe. But giving it a chance, and that's the problem. I think giving it a chance, like me and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I got up to 3 seasons and was like, nah, this is not it. Bro, there's some people, man, they'll start beef with me because they're like, what are you chatting about?
It got me, but that's interesting because after 3 seasons, I was in.
Yeah, no.
So I'm saying, so it took me 3 seasons, but I think I get what you're saying because if you're calling it Quantum Leap, then you're gonna have not comparison, but you're gonna need something to be like, get me in, right? And that theme tune is perfect to get me in.
Exactly.
If you call it something brand new, then you can have whatever theme tune you want.
And I think X-Men 97 is a true testament.
Yes,
of that,
yeah.
Because they didn't change anything. They changed quite a lot of things in the X-Men, the cartoon itself and how they structure the stories, because they have to do a shorter amount. But they kept the tune.
They kept the tune.
Will bring us back.
Yeah.
So Quantum Leap, man.
If
you guys get the chance,
I'm on it.
If you're a fan of the original, I've always been obsessed with time travel. Back to the Future is my favorite all-time movie of all time. Did you hear what I said there?
All time of all time. Yeah.
All time of all time.
I'm going back in time.
But yeah, listen. Yeah, so that I've been watching that, and then what I've...
You funny you say that. I finished off Donnie Darko, and that's all about time travel as well.
Yeah.
I forgot. But again, I forgot about that movie, and I forgot that
good movie. He made a big decision at the end.
He had to die. He saw the future basically, right? So he had to die to avoid all of that stuff happening. I was like, oh, this is Deep.
It's deep.
Very deep. All about time travel. Great movie.
I think that's it, bro. There's
That's
nothing
it?
else. I haven't seen anything else. What else was there? I feel like was there something else? No, man.
You watch that movie 60 Minutes? I'm gonna watch it in the
Yes, I saw that. It's taken me 3 months to watch it. I'm not even gonna lie, because we don't have Netflix at home. I've been watching it on my brother's one here, Ash, and he just said today, bro, I swear it's taking you 3 months to watch a film that's only an hour and a half. For real, I just haven't had the chance, but it's a good movie, good action film. It's a German-based film. MMA fighter gets in trouble, wants to be with his daughter. He has 60 minutes to get there before he loses his daughter. It's on her birthday. Goes through some next shit, fighting people across
Germany.
across Germany.
I
Not across Germany,
but
but
city.
a city.
Yeah.
There's a certain city. It was really good. And even though I've seen like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, I do need to give that movie more credit because I feel like some of the fighting scenes were really good. What else did I watch recently? No, that's it, man. Not much. I've been reading.
I'm gonna check out that movie.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What you just said you've been
Fresh up, bro. I'm joking.
That on my face, man. Some baby peed on that, man.
I'm joking.
Buzz, dude. Have you been reading anything?
The 100 years of Palestine. Is that? I think I've said that title completely wrong. I'm so sorry. But just learning a bit more about this madness, and I'm halfway through it, and it's interesting. The more I read, the more I find out. The more my heart breaks.
Yeah, it's this one. 100 Years of Palestine.
Yeah, 100 Years.
I listened to this one. I've got
War on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100 Years War on Palestine. The more you read it, the more heartbreaking it is. And the problem is, we've come from like a colonial reality. Yeah.
Is this one Eli Puppet?
Yeah, that's the one. No,
Rashid.
Yeah.
Sorry. This one's Rashid Khalidi.
Yeah. So, been reading that.
I listened to that on Audible.
So, I'm going through that. That's about it, man. That's me on my side.
I finished listening to Operation Paperclip. Man, history, guys, history. Don't let history disappear, man. We gotta listen to what our countries have been up to because it's messed up. Anyway, cool. Well, in that case, let's move on to the news. And as always, we'll start off with some MCU news, go into some DCU news because I got some this week, and then we'll go into other movie news. So starting off with MCU news, Blade loses its director, Jan Damange.
Nah.
So it's another director.
They should let that go now. I think leave it alone.
Well, I read something that Mahershala Ali's lawyer has been saying that this movie was announced, and he was announced back in 2019, and nothing's been done. And he goes, "This is like one of the craziest things he's ever seen." And we don't know what's going on. We don't know why they're losing the directors. We don't know if there's a creative dispute. We don't know if the actors are being problems. We don't know if it's Disney, if it's we have no idea. But this movie's lost another director. Now, what happens when it comes out? Now, because I'm hearing all these rumors saying that this ain't going to be no comedy. This is going to be straight darkness and violent and whatnot, which is cool. I don't want it to be a comedy. But what is going on with this movie? It's very anticipated. You got Mahershala Ali. Like, I want to know what's happening, So yeah, they lost the director again. So we'll see what happens. I think, did they say they got a new director? I can't remember.
I heard there's a new writer on there. They lost a lot of writers, but enough director. But yeah, I've come to a point now where leave it alone. It's the problem with the way everything works now, because we're hand-fed everything, we're given everything straight away, that you kind of lose the taste for something after. Because when you're saying you're going to give me 2 Avengers movies simultaneously every year, you come to a point where you're like, it's nice that they can slow down, but
I like the slowdown. Yeah. I like the slowdown. I tell you what, I at first I thought I was going to miss it, but I think what they've done, they've kind of like turned people away from it a little bit, because that's obviously and whatnot. So now, given that anticipation is great, but yeah, I want Blade, man. I just don't know what's happening. I wish. I don't know. I wish I want to know more, because I see these things and we give the news and we're like, we geek out about this shit. So I'd love to learn more about what's happening in the back end. Now, why? Is it because, like I said, is it creative differences? Is it someone's causing a ruckus or what? Someone trying to change shit?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the news on Blade. That's the update on Blade. Moving on to DCU news, Blue Beetle series in the work, acting as a sequel.
Animation.
Is it animation?
Yeah, it's an animation.
Oh, so it's acting as a sequel though.
Yeah.
Okay, well look, the Blue Beetle movie wasn't
Fine.
bad.
It was
Yeah,
really
it
good.
was fine. Yeah.
Fine.
So obviously it got slated, and it didn't make the money, should I say? And that's a shame. But maybe a series will be good, and maybe it will bring in more audience and hopefully build it up for the future. We'll see.
I think that's it'd be good, definitely. I love what Sholo did in the movie adaptation. It was really good. So animation of it and still his voice, go for it, man. I'm all for that.
That's it. All right. Well, look, moving on to other movie news and just finishing off. Alice in Borderland season 3 coming soon, and I think it's like September or something.
Okay.
But I don't know if you watched it, but me, my wife Ash, and we all watched it. Atia, Shiblik, but wicked show. And spoiler alerts, guys. Spoilers for you because you ain't seen it, but you're not gonna watch it. It's interesting how they're coming out with season 3 because they ended season 2 to be like done. So basically, bro, they were in this Wonderland, right? What we found out was a nuclear bomb went off in Tokyo, and all these people were in a coma. So all these people that was in this Wonderland, they were all in a coma, but they were all kind of synced in this place together. And then as people were dying in the show, it was kind of like a game of survival within the Wonderland, but it was kind of really a game of survival in real life. And as people were dying in this Wonderland, it's basically them dying in the coma. So anyway, they finished it kind of exposing that, showing that they were all in a coma, people met up in real life and all this sort of stuff. So I was like, how are you going to bring us season 3 then? Like, because you think the whole show makes you think that there's mad organization that's controlling everything or whatnot. So you're like, who is this? You find out
it was all in their dreams.
It was all in
That's like what they did with Lost.
Is that how Lost was?
Yeah, Lost, man.
I had no idea that was like that. So they're all in the coma.
They were dead already. They were just dreaming or some shit.
Okay, so this was like, they were in a coma and they were linked. They were linked in their coma.
Right. Okay. Cool. Interesting.
All right. So, but the show's wicked, so I can't wait for it to be honest with you. The Boys will end at season 5, which is a good thing. We need to watch episode 1. We need to start watching episode 4, man. I can't wait.
Yes,
but obviously we can't watch it with the kids around. But we will watch that and give you our thoughts on that. I'm pretty sure it's awesome. I have no doubts because it's so cool. And then lastly, I heard rumors, and I don't know if I want this to be true or not, but maybe I don't want it to be SpaceBalls 2. And we need to keep that as a retro movie reviews, but because last week I was like, and maybe the algorithm, maybe my phone heard me and the algorithms came up and gave me a rumor. But SpaceBalls 2.
Nah, leave it, man. Leave it. That's an amazing film. I don't care.
Well, wicked.
They don't need a number 2. It doesn't need a number.
It's a cult classic. As a number 1, done.
Leave it. Leave it alone.
All right, guys, that was all the news I had this week. Was there anything else?
No, that was it, bro.
All right, well, let's finish off with this week's retro movie review, and it's a great one. It's Fist of the North Star, animated movie. Listen, man, let me find the date. Do you remember the date for it? It was 1986. Let me tell you something about this movie, bro. If you ask me what's my favorite movie or TV show, I couldn't give you one. I'm like, Last Samurai's up there, Dark Knight, some other. I got a list. I can't give you one. Now, I'm not the most hardcore anime fan before I say this, but I like anime. I love my anime. If you ask me what's my favorite anime, number 1, Fist of the North Star.
100%. Without
this movie, and I have to. What's the date, man? Fist of the North Star, 1986. 1986, bro.
It's the movie, not there's a TV show. There was a TV like.
It's
the actual movie.
It's the actual animated movie, but this movie is wicked. And when I mean wicked, I was thinking about while I was watching it. Right, first of all, the voice acting was amazing. Everyone had a wicked voice. Second of all, the dialogue. Some of the dialogue they use is some epic shit, bro. One of them kind of stuck to me was King Rao ones. Always, he's just
he's
such an epic emperor.
I think I'm gonna do some shorts on that one.
Bro, I think you should. Yeah, definitely. Remember when and again, I love memories, man. I love these movies. Brought back a memory when Sharif used to come over.
Yeah.
We had this big debate when King Rao kills Ray, and we were like, no. He says, "You smell it. That's the smell of death." And then he kills him. And Sharif was like, "You spelled it. That's the spell of death." And we were going back and forth for watching it. It brought back a beautiful memory. This is another one that brought back memories with our uncle who introduced us to us as kids. We shouldn't have watched it as kids. But so I said the dialogue, the voice actors, the animation Remember what I told you about Spider-Verse, and I told you the background was used as dialogue, as used as emotion.
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star did that. Bro.
Yes.
Fist of the North Star animation, especially with the violence, man, the pure violence of what's going on, which is horrible. The background changing colors really showed like really went into like multicolors, like showed really like the powers that they had,
the
violence that was going on. Bro, this film was so violent, bro, that I can't even watch it as kids. People getting chopped up. It's after nuclear wars. It's after Mad Max, because Mad Max came out. It's like a really Mad Max thing, and I'm gonna bring up Mad Max in a second, right? But had that Mad Max vibe and whatnot. But bro, you see like people getting chopped up, cannibalism. They specifically show a woman with a baby, and then you get these ghouls that come out and kills everyone and eats them and whatnot. But they show the baby and the woman die in the baby's arm. I mean, like, this is violent.
Yeah, right? It was horrible.
But you know, Ken is, but and I love watching these movies again. So this is my perception from it. Like Ken was the protector of the world.
Yes.
But Lynn, the girl, was the savior of the world through Julia. And I love that. Because obviously she called out for him, she couldn't talk, all that sort of stuff. And you know, the Fist of the North Star is all about Ken. And it was actually a love story, trying to find the woman that he loves, like which was deep. But it was like what got to me was like, oh, you know what? He is the hero. And he lost. He lost the last fight. But Lynn came and protected him, and King Rao at the end saw that she was the savior of the world, even though Ken was a protector of the world. And it was something that Ryu Ken said to him, and he kept talking about strength. King Rao was like, I'm so strong. Like this, And he goes, Ryu Ken says something about strength or power is nothing without perception. And without perception, your power is irrelevant or something like that.
Oh, bro,
the dialogue is too much, bro.
It's deep.
So what he saw in Lin, because he sensed Lin before, King Rao sensed Lin before. So
he did.
I think he sensed a power. But when she came and saved Ken from King Rao killing him, I think what he saw was the perception of power. And he realized this little girl is exactly what Ryu Ken was talking about.
Yes.
Which was she has this power, but she's put it into perception, where that's why she's like the savior. Bro, oh my god, this movie.
They need to digitally remaster that movie, because every cell is a piece of artwork. It's all artworks, hand drawn. Yeah. They need to remaster this. They need to bring it out. I know I bought an American version recently on Blu-ray. When I checked it, it still looks the same as VHS.
Okay.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, this movie deserves it. And I've seen the animations. Like, I've got the box set of the animations, what came out originally.
Yeah.
Then they brought out the new ones. But this movie, it really needs that loving, man. So any of you old school manga fans, come on, man. Let's get something together, man. Follow us on X. We'll put a little petition together, man. Let's get them to remaster that, man. Because it is a brilliant movie. And I think what you said there was a perfect kind of layout of what each of those characters meant. And I think as we get older, because originally we just love Ken and he does the all of that shit and all the violence and the rest of it. But I think the core of it was, you know, the world we live in right now, bro. The world we live in right now.
Represents it because it's power, because it explains it, right? Nuclear war. And what happens is, he said every man was scared. I can't remember the exact quote, but it was another epic one. But every man was scared. But what gave them hope was power over other men. So, you know, what gave them confidence was power. That's what it was. It's not like they were brave men or they were scared. Everyone was scared, but power over other men, other people. And this was back in the 80s, so you're gonna say men and conquerors and whatnot. That was what gave them the strength, that gave them confidence. But bro,
that's one movie, which everybody's gonna find weird. Was, you know, when smartphones first came out, and I think I got my first iPhone, 2G. That was their first one. If you look at my library, bro.
Or your Instagram?
No, my library, my movies, home movies. There we go. It was the first movie, DivX. You guys remember DivX?
Goodness, yeah.
It was the first movie I popped on my phone.
That's funny that you still got it there, man.
And it's transferred over every single phone. It's always been there. And it is a movie that I could be on the train or the bus and I put it on straight away. It's never come off my phone. Every device I've had, even when it was BlackBerry days, it was on my phone because DivX, it's only a couple of 100 megs. It always fit everywhere.
That's
it's a movie that's always there with me.
Bro, like what I love again is the expression of artwork and the animation.
Yeah,
Like Zenden when he pops up Zenden. But again, it's so violent. He's got the little baby girl in his hand, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll let her queen once I break her into pieces and shove it like your throat." I'm like,
crazy.
You know? And then anyway, Ken bosses him up, and he becomes this big giant man. And I just love the expression of animation of like the expression through the powers and everything. But Zenden becoming huge, a fat dude becoming huge, it just kind of shows that he just overcome this big giant. It's like David and Goliath moment type of thing.
Definitely.
It was a bit like biblical. She was on a cross at the end of whatnot. But amazing. King Rao, you know, like again, another savage, like brothers turning against each other, man. Like it's just crazy. Like
Lord Jaggy.
Lord Jaggy, yeah. Oh. Did I mention that?
No, we haven't said Lord Jaggy.
What did I just say? King Rao.
You said King Rao.
Oh, I meant Lord Jaggy. I meant Lord Jaggy. Yeah, savage and like fiend and whatnot. Ray, like they become. Bro, that last scene was deep, man. Just when Ray had a fight with the King Rao, and he's just dying, he grabs Ken and he gives him this emotional speech that you're the savior to the people, you're a protector to the world. Think about the children. Think about Julia. You know, just telling Ken how important he is. And immediately he just turns to King Rao. Rao the Conqueror, your time has come. I'm like, well, your boy just told you, please don't fuck it. Bro, and again, the violence, man, the blood, the expression of the blood just pouring out. You might look at it and see it's silly, but I think what they're showing, again, is an expression of the battle that they went through.
The power, the force, the velocity, the speed.
Everybody. Who says that? Who says that? Velocity, speed. What are you talking about?
Alfred says it too.
Oh, yes, about Spider-Man, yeah. Oh, no, about Bane. About Bane. Spider-Man. All over the place. But it is, though.
Speed, the velocity. Look at the speed. Look at them. You can't keep up with that. You lose.
Yeah, oh my God. Confidence boost.
But, great movie. If you guys are into anime and you're from the era of Dragon Ball Z and then even with Naruto as well. And you're over 18, because we've got to say that. It's a must watch.
But again, before we fit soundtrack, it's on my phone, though. I listen to it as I drive and I'm working out soundtrack. Amazing, right? And then I wanted to say, like, the way they ended it as well is deep. He still ended up looking for Julia. Now, first of all, I was like, Julia was just there. Where the bitch run out to? But still, they finished. They finished because Lynn came back to the scene.
That's what I'm saying.
Where'd you fucking go, Julia?
Julia blurred.
Anyway,
I don't want this drama, man.
But they ended the movie with him searching for us. As heartbreaking it is, when I say he loses, I mean he loses the fighting battle against Rao, but he was protected by Lynn. But he loses because he's still looking for Julia, and that's heartbreaking.
That was the main part of the story, bro. It all started off, man. The 7 fingers of death.
Yeah, man. Shin, his boy Shin, again. This is what that world does to you. Shin and Lord Jaggy was a prick. He's the one who turned Shin against him. What a bastard.
That was his brother, man.
There was that relationship between Ken and Shin. Even though that happened, Ken knew, like, they still had that. There was something there. And Ken was like, man, you really loved Julia more than I did. Like, even though he loves her to bits, like this individual Shin loved her to more than anything. But Shin's philosophy, you know, and again in that Mad Max world, is like whoever's the most powerful is that's who gets the women and the jewelry. And he was kind of telling Julia, you're like, even though I destroyed and killed your husband and whatnot, kidnapped you, eventually you like me. That was the mentality with that ever. But bro, the martial arts, Hokuto Shinken.
Oh, Hokuto Shinken, man.
That's how I learned about it. He's all over the place. Hokuto Shinken. I mean, there is a martial arts. I mean, I learned some pressure point fighting. But I took it to an extreme where your head goes, those scenes, bro, when the heads blow up are the best. But he's so awesome. He's like a Western as well. The way he kind of
So it's like he's still got that Western film, Mad Max film. I think the
new Mad Max, the new one, right?
Furiosa.
Again, I was talking about when I done the review, but there were scenes that were just out of this anime. I'm talking about the motorbike scene, like they dressed up in their outfits, and then you got the motorbikes, and they're all riding in some sort of formation. Dust coming off. And you only see, like, from the distance, like the dust of the motorbike. I'm like, bro, they could do a real life movie. Now, if they don't, it doesn't matter. but this is my number one favorite anime. I think Akira comes second for me, and next is Dragon Ball, and then there might be some others in Naruto. But I'm not the biggest anime. I haven't seen all of them, but that's my list. I could easily say my number one anime of all time is Hokuto Shinken. Is Fist of the North Star, the movie 1986, and I enjoyed the show as well.
The show was good, and then the new ones they brought out after, which was really good.
Yeah.
So can you imagine doing that to somebody?
Bro,
what are you doing? What are you doing? Shut your mouth, shut your mouth. And be like,
bro, that was mad.
Yeah.
But again, look, I'll finish because I can geek out about this movie all the time, but it has to be the dialogue. It has to be the awe-ness, the epicness of King Wow. I mean, a brother to be proud of. Bro, you can see it, bro. When they say those lyrics, like, you should see him as like a brother that you could be proud of if he wasn't such a monster. When you see this emperor, you're like, wow. And the way he's on his horse. And
bro.
And he's so huge, and he's got this wicked helmet on, and he speaks, like I say, it's not elegant speaking, it's fucking epic dialogue.
Epic dialogue.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And like, you could be proud of him, but then he is a savage and he's just taking over land. But he didn't see. At the end of the day, man, there was a bit of redemption because Lin made him understand, and he didn't kill Ken, and he understood the philosophy of what his master Ryuken was saying, and then he told Lin, if Ken wants to see me, I'm going to be paying my respects to Ryuken, who he killed earlier. I mean, it showed a little bit of hope, but Lin was the hope.
She was the hope. She was the
hope. Even her to kind of change the most brutal and like most powerful guy on the planet, King Rao. It just goes to show, like, children are the hope.
No, exactly, in a way, definitely, without a doubt.
That's like a good movie.
Check it out, guys, if you get the chance. Great movie.
Fist of the North Star. Check it out.
Not the Gary Daniels movie live action one. We're talking about the manga. If you guys remember manga, 1986.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, look, I'm glad we geeked out about that movie because I was happy to watch that on the plane on the way here. It was so much fun. That's it, man. That's it for this week, man. If you got anything you want to take us out?
No, that's it, man. Listen, guys, massive thank you for showing love on all the social media channels and even on here as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. Guys, make sure you check it out because we are not just on YouTube. You could check it out on Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts, man. We're on all the podcast streaming, man. So if you can't watch us, you can listen to us. But other than that, we're always grateful for the love that you guys show. And we'll catch you on next week's episode.
Peace.